What do you guys think about having several places where you do have those permanent exhibits of like Trudy Pitt's house and the Coltrane house, and this maybe feature a club? Isn't that club that's still there where Coltrane first played with Miles?
421 Club.
The 421 Club, where that might be able to be a space. That's still there.
I mean,
you
the
know?
people that work there don't even know the history.
Right.
You know, but it's where
What is
Miles
it?
first heard Train.
What is it now?
421 Club.
It's a bar.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
And
so
it looks like I mean, if you were gonna film something about the late 40s or early 50s, you wouldn't have to change a thing.
That's
yeah,
preserved.
That's
You know,
amazing.
the bar in the middle, and, I mean, the bar goes around the stage. The stage is
Okay.
in the middle. It's one of those.
that's right. Well, you went to see it one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Nobody
wild.
there knew what an important jazz club that used to be.
And then Top Shelf, you know, it's, when you talk about Jimmy Oliver, he was the house band there. My first, before I interviewed him, he invited me out there like on a Sunday. And he played out there all the time. He was the house.
Bob
him,
Perkins, the
Duff
first
Scott.
little promo thing he did for Jazzbridge was in
Was
front
at
of
the
that club.
421? Yeah, Charlie Rice was in the house band there too.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think about actual artifacts like pianos and that sort of thing?
I mean, does the Club still have Jimmy Smith's organ?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, so, you know, those type of things, and I mean, the Clef Club, there may be a space here, you know, available
Sure.
as well, as part of that network of, you know, locations that you
Yeah,
can
because
check
Doug
out that-
Scott still has all his mother's stuff, plus Stanley Turrentine stuff, you know, so, you know,
It'd be nice. It'd be nice. Jamaluddin Tacuma bass and leather jackets with just.
Just his
Well-
wardrobe.
Sell it in different sizes in the gift shop.
Stanley Clark's base is at the African American Museum in DC, you
Yeah.
know, so definitely, you know, that type of feature, I think is special and it resonates, you know, so.
But you have to
You just
remember
have to have
that
space.
so many museums and house museums are suffering. You know, the Philadelphia History Museum
Sure.
closed. You would have thought,
Right.
so while it's a great idea, is it practical?
Is it-
You know, is it sustainable?
So would the model be to have a house that some organization would have to sustain, or to utilize something that's already in place, you know, to house physical artifacts?
I don't know.
That's what we're.
That's what we're asking you guys about.
You know,
And
Just from a
the Marian
funding-
Anderson Historical
from a-
Society,
Yeah.
her place is set up as a house the way she had it. If you go in there.
Whose house is it?
Marian Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
But they're struggling too,
Yeah,
right?
they're struggling,
But they're
but
all
you know.
struggling.
mhm,
Yeah.
From a fundraising standpoint, because whenever everyone speaks, I'm always trying to turn it into $1.
Good,
Where
good.
the funding is for a project like this is with a connection to universities. Because the largest dollars, if you track the money across the country, if you do your research for any project like this, the largest corporations and foundations, there has to be, it's connected with higher learning. So higher education institutions. Funding for organizations that create models that are small, such as a house in a community, those funds are decreasing. Only 2% of those dollars, large dollars, go to neighborhoods. All other 98% are for either downtown major cultural institutions or historical institutions or science institutions, because they serve large audiences.
Right.
So that major universities, particularly your Ivy League universities, that is where you'll find the major corporations in this country or foundations such as Andrew Mellon or others that would support this. If it's not connected in some way with higher learning, most likely it will not be sustained. You may get a few dollars as startup You may get some dollars for discovery, but they will not support it for permanency. Because the permanent institutions in this country, if you think about it, everything is education-based, but it's at the highest level. If you really think about it, where do the major, where does the wealthiest people in the country put their dollars? They put it in major higher learning institutions, or usually the Ivy League, or they put it into places like a hospital, in terms of where they place their name. So, but when you place, in order to secure monies for long-term sustainability type projects connected with the community, it's not going to be sustainable.